Welcome back tonight. It's Ray Hadley's face-to-face with Craig Bellamy and Mark Nawaqanitawase to quit the Roosters at the end of next year and rejoin rugby union. Can you believe it?
Oh, you can, because that's where he's come from, and it's a World Cup, and, you know, you think that he's a rugby guy, and he sort of alluded to that anyway, Braith, like when he was talking about it, you know, that it's such a big event and he wants to play in a World Cup, so...
It's a shame, but isn't it?
It's a shame, yeah.
He's been so good for the
Gordon,
rugby league.
Unbelievable.
You probably can't comment on this because you're going to be a Kangaroo Tour assistant coach. But his decision today, if he wants to go back to rugby, that's fine. He goes to French rugby, picks up the big money. I've got no beef at all. But he cannot go on that Kangaroo Tour. He has chosen to play rugby with an avenue to coming back to playing in the 28, is it? World Cup?
28.
That's his decision.
27 World Cup.
27 World Cup, rather. So he cannot go on that Kangaroo Tour. He has chosen to put the Wallaby jumper ahead of the Kangaroos jumper. That's fine, but we need to protect the game.
OK, you're saying...
We've got to protect our game.
Have they the same opinion
So
when they
you're
want to play New South Wales, Queensland?
That's different.
So you're saying that Kevin Walters shouldn't pick him for the upcoming Ashes tour because he's going to rugby union?
No, what I'm saying is Kevin Walters will pick the best players, Braith, and if he thinks Mark Nawaqanitawase is good enough,
22?
he will pick him.
Yeah.
My opinion is,
That's
though,
what I'm saying,
that they shouldn't pick him.
Yeah, OK.
They should not pick him.
That's what I said.
He's chosen to defect. Go.
But can I just ask one question? Isn't the future for Australia now, right now, to win these 3 games? Isn't that our future? We don't pick.
Yeah, but I want a bloke that wants to play rugby league. I want a bloke that's going to commit to playing rugby league long term.
Is it the concern that he may take someone's spot who could
Absolutely.
build,
That's my point.
build a legacy in the game?
Yeah, that's the issue, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like, you know, it's a free country. He's entitled to do what he wants. Rugby league took him from rugby union. If he wants to go back there and earn the big coin, good luck to you. But from a representative perspective, I agree wholeheartedly with what Dog says. I would rather that jumper go to someone that wants to be in the game and build part of the Kangaroos, not just for this year, Gordon, but for future years. It's a tough time for the Kangaroos at the moment. The amount of players that they're losing to the Pacific nation countries and everything like that. Like, pick guys that want to pick and stick.
It's such a grey area with people wanting to play State of Origin and that. So the sooner they make the rules that if you don't want to play for Queensland or New South Wales,
and I'd also like to see people rewarded. You know, like, so you've got some outstanding candidates there, haven't you? Zach Lomax, Xavier Coates. You know, you've got Addo Carr's had a great season. Hey,
there's some guys.
Someone like an
Perez
Alex
had a fair
Johnston, I'd love to
season.
see get a tour.
Yeah.
You know, like he's going to finish up the game's greatest try scorer. If you're going to pick someone, because as good as Nawaqanitawase is right now, is he the best? I don't think he is the best at this point. There's parts of his defensive game that aren't up to scratch at the moment when you compare him to the great wingers of the game.
Well, if he was on the edge of making the team, this probably doesn't help his selection, I would say. And you know what? He's had a great year. And if he got picked,
unbelievable.
I wouldn't have a problem with it.
As good an athlete as we've seen play our
but
game.
I can see your point.
I don't know why he didn't want to announce it post-Kangaroo Tour. He could have got his tour in, then come back and announced it. Yeah. So announcing it today, whether it was informal or formal announcement, I'm not sure. But the fact it's emerged today means, in my opinion, there goes the green and gold Kangaroos jersey.
All right, Doggy, you spoke to Victor Radley at St Vincent's Hospital today. He made a big donation.
He did. I spoke to Victor, had about a 10-minute chat with him. He made a donation of $30,000 to the cancer research out there at St Vincent's. He's hurting Braith, as he should. He did the wrong thing. Victor conceded that. He said he's hurt his family, he's hurt his club. His lovely fiancée Taylor's 32 months pregnant. He said he's let her down. She's been his rock, to be fair. His direct quote was, "I'm embarrassed and I never want to be in this position again," and then vowed that he would repay the Roosters for their faith. As much as the Roosters discussed getting rid of him, he always felt that Trent Robinson had his back. So very remorseful today, but Victor's now done the right thing. He's apologised. He's donated to charity, and hopefully he can put this.
Is that the right decision from the Roosters, you think?
To suspend him for 10
weeks?
I think so. I said it on this show a couple of weeks ago. I thought it might have been actually a little excessive, Braith.
You know what?
He's not been charged by Queensland Police. He's not been accused of buying drugs, taking drugs, and there's no accusations of any wrongdoing. So I thought 10 games, albeit I applaud it and I want drugs out of our game. Yeah. I think 10 was a little bit heavy-handed.
I don't think it's a bit excessive. I think it is excessive. You know, it is over what anyone else has got. You know, and Victor is paying the price because the chairman of the club, Nick Politis, took the stance he did. If it was up to the NRL or if it was up to the Roosters, had Nick not come out and said what I doubt he would be serving as big a punishment with the suspension and also with the fine. That's what I think. And he's a good guy. He's made a mistake like a lot of young blokes do, and he's given great service to that club, and I'm glad they didn't sack him.
You just hope all the other clubs follow suit. Seriously.
In what respect?
Well, it's not a great look for the game, and if that's like it isn't, is it? Do you think it's a great look
I
for a
don't
game?
think it is, but the illicit drug policy at the moment is a 3 strikes policy. As Dog said,
It shouldn't be
Victor
3
hasn't.
strikes. I wouldn't give
If
my
we go
kids
back,
three- I
okay.
wouldn't give my
So
kids
are
3
you
strikes.
saying that in future that becomes the new benchmark?
I think so. I would love it to be.
You know what? The Players Association will jump up and down about
Well,
that, and
that's
so
what's-
they should. No, so they should, mate. We've got a drugs policy that doesn't do that. Like, you can't... It's not up to other clubs to go and follow what the Roosters have done. The Roosters have set their benchmark.
And it's
Good
the
luck
right
to 'em,
benchmark.
if that's what they want for their club.
Isn't
but the
that the right
NRL
benchmark?
can't go and jump in over the top of what South may hand...
Isn't that the right benchmark? You would think.
Well, see, in a perfect world, it is. Yes, it is. But you've also got to understand that you're dealing with a lot of young men,
Yep,
and there
they
are
get paid a
always
lot of
going to
money.
be. And does that deserve to be the end of their careers
Well,
or kicked?
the-
I don't think so, Gordon.
probably
I think you've got to be.
greatest chairman.
You've got.
The greatest chairman that our game's ever had thinks that it is.
And then that's the
And on
choice
one-
for his club. You know what? I'll tell you what. If the NRL now start making those, like we've seen instances. Look, Ezra Mann's won, right?
Yep.
Ezra Mann's won. You've got
Well, everybody
Latrell
said he got
last year.
offline.
You've got Cameron Munster. You can go back and there'll be
Yep.
stacks of them, mate.
Yep.
I'd hate to see every club come
And
down
that's
that
why
hard.
I keep on doing it. But just imagine if they did go that hard a long time
I
ago.
don't think
we're
you're going
not-
to
hold
solve
on,
solve
we're
it.
not
Hold on.
even-
Wendell Saylor got 2 years.
He did because he failed a drugs test at that stage, mate. And that was the rules.
So
The
that
rules are
means-
the rules.
So that means that if you're speeding
Well,
and you
things have
don't get caught,
changed.
you're still allowed to speed. Is that what you're saying?
No, I said the same thing last week. But what I'm saying is not every club should be judged by what the Roosters have done here. That's what I think.
Yep.